Huzzah! My name is Blake Hotz. I'm coming from Somnium Space, and if you haven't heard yet, RT America featured a whole section on Somnium Space where Artur absolutely killed it and streamed from virtual reality into the live news programming. Check this out.
And investments continue to pour into the metaverse as companies bet on the future of a virtual reality world where you can do, well, pretty much everything you can do here in the real world. Whether you want to buy real estate, design your own property, shop for clothes for your avatar, go to a theme park, or go on dates in a virtual reality, well, that will soon be an option as JP Morgan, BlackRock, Nike, Disney, and even Tinder are finding ways to get involved.
But when it comes to the metaverse, it's not just one size fits all. Companies like The Sandbox, Decentraland, and Meta all have their own different visions for what you'll see when you put on that VR headset. So today we want to do something a little different, and we want to take a trip to Somnium Space. It's a virtual reality world on the Ethereum blockchain that has been open to the public since 2018. It lets you buy and sell property, interact with your virtual friends, and it gives you a place to show off all those NFTs you've acquired. So joining us now from the Metaverse is Artur Sychov, founder and CEO of Somnium Space. Artur, it is so cool to have you on the show today and to get to talk to you from the Metaverse. So will you start off by telling us what inspired you to create an open source blockchain-based platform, and how has it evolved over the last 3 years?
Absolutely, and yeah, thanks for having me. It's a bit cold day here in the Metaverse in Somnium Space, but absolutely a pleasure to join you. And look, yeah, I've been a player of virtual worlds like Ultima Online and then Second Life later since 1999, right? And my biggest dream was always to not to look at those worlds from the outside on my monitor, but actually jump in and be inside those worlds, because that's where, you know, the fun begins. That's where you can live, or that's where you can actually consume that or socialize with people in real life, like in real life. So I've been dreaming about it for a long time, and then when in 2016 I've been able to try the newest headset at that time, where you're able to just dive in and walk around the room, and all the full body is tracked and stuff like that. That's where I got inspired, and I decided to start my company and create some new space where people will be able to do all of that.
That's absolutely fascinating, and it looks great. Like, we can see it there on the screen now. We've seen interest in the metaverse skyrocket in recent months, with Facebook even changing its name to Meta. What is driving this demand? I mean, are there just a lot of business opportunities in the metaverse, or is there more to it?
Look, I think the drive of people joining Metaverse have been here with or without Meta or Facebook doing this stuff, right? I think right now the hype has been pushed a lot because of the money, and everybody likes to quote the big numbers, but actually not many people understand what actually Metaverse is and why those numbers or why those assets matter and what you can do with that. And I think that what people need to kind of understand. And of course, right now we are in VR. I'm wearing my NFT avatar. I can switch, this avatar is into my decentralized wallet. I actually own it, and nobody can take it from me. So this kind of things people have to realize, and they have to realize why NFTs matter and what kind of utility they can bring to themselves.
Yeah, there definitely is a little bit of a learning curve there, and I know we've talked about how interesting and fascinating all of this is, but what do you say to concerns that developing this completely connected virtual world will have a negative effect in the long term? I know we already see that young people are glued to their phones, and many people worry that this will stunt their interest in the real world. So what happens if all of this turns into sort of the oasis of Ready Player One, so to speak?
I think people always tend to speak about in extremes, right? Either we're all doomed and something will happen and we'll be an oasis and one company will control everything, or nothing will happen. I think the truth is always in between, right? Look at those people live gathering on the plaza right now in Somnium Space, and having conversation, chatting with each other, playing the games and stuff like that. They're all from probably 15 different countries right now. And because of this technology, they're able to meet, they're able to socialize, and instead of just watching their mobile phones and switching through TikTok or something, they're actually meeting with each other, conversing and kind of having fun like in real life. So I think that is a net positive impact on people. On top of that, people were able to make money in the metaverse. You know, they are able to utilize their skills in ways they are not able to do today. And of course, if we combine that with blockchain and allowing people to actually have the power to transact, to actually earn money and to exchange value, that is a huge net positive for the whole world.
Artur, can you give us an example of how people, I mean, just as a business show, that's a fascinating point that you just made. So how are people able to, you know, kind of have their own little business in the metaverse?
Absolutely. Let me just jump into the crowd here. Look, right, even here, right now. By the way, wave people to the live stream. Hey, say hi. All right. So there, but you know, like many people here, for example, some are DJs, some are event organizers, some are building worlds and, you know, and renting the clubs. Some are architects building for other people. There's so many different jobs people can do, and that's just the beginning. You know, we're just scratching the surface, but more and more and deeper we'll go into that kind of realm. People are making incredible experiences, incredible businesses on top of the platform.
And Artur, this is your kind of baby, if you will. And so who actually governs this? Who's in charge of it? Who gets to make the rules? Is that you, or is it a community thing? Because, or will it end up being a situation where if you know, the leader, if it's somebody like Meta, obviously they may control their own, but how does that work?
Yeah, so look, there's a lot of talk about fully decentralization of everything and, you know, nobody controls anything and kind of that stuff. Again, the truth is always in between. We have decided, you know, to utilize the blockchain and NFTs to decentralize our economy as the first step. And that is one of the most important parts, right? Because in the past, or even right now, all the games you play, actually the companies controlling everything. They are allowing you to sell things. They are deciding whether you can actually transfer things or not. They're deciding what you can do with that. In our case, users have their assets under their control. Again, as I said, this avatar is an NFT. Their avatars are NFTs too, or land parcels, or anything you touch here in Somnium space. Now, that means that they can go and sell or transfer those assets at any time to anyone they want, at any decentralized marketplace they want. I think that's one of the most important parts. And of course, we can talk about server decentralization and then decision-making decentralization. This all will come, but it will take, you know, years to actually make it fully decentralized world, which is not governed by anyone.
Wow, well, great points to consider here, Artur Sychov of Somnium Space. Thank you so much for your insight and for giving us a real look into the metaverse.
Thank you, and see you on the other side of the monitor.